Hello guys, how are you today? I hope you are doing very well. Today I'm gonna talk about the Pareto analysis. First of all, this is Abdurrahman Hassanin. You can call me Abdu. Pareto was an Italian scientist. He was an economist and a sociologist. He lived in 1800s, exactly from 1848 to 1923. While he was studying the distribution of wealth in Italy, he discovered that the 80% of the land in Italy was owned by 20% of the population. The 80% of Italian wealth was owned by 20% of Italian people. A small number of Italian people owned the majority of wealth and land in Italy. This small observation led him to a larger idea that a small number of input of causes produce large proportion of the result. This concept is known today as a Pareto principle or 80-20 rule. Briefly means in your company, the revenue, 80% of revenue and profit comes from 20% of customers, from a specific customer. And the 80% of performance and efficiency comes from 20% of employees. Small number of employees influence and get the majority of impact and result in your company. Also in the issue and problem, 80% of complaints comes from 20% of defects. And in the politics and economics, the 80% of people, ordinary people, are affected and controlled by 20% of wealthy and powerful elites. And in your personal life, the 80% of successful achievement comes from 20% of your efforts and focus. It means 80% of effects comes from 20% of causes and input. So it's important for you as an analyst, if you work as a business analyst or data analyst or working in business in general or in decision making, it's important for you to know who is the small number of factors, customers, input. This is called vital few. They influence and they get the majority and the bigger impact in your outcome or your output. So to focus on this vital few and don't waste your time in trivial many. We are gonna use Python, SQL, DAX, and as well Excel, and visualize it using Python, Power BI, and Excel. It's very important to understand, firstly, at the beginning, how can we do it with the small data. I'm gonna start with a small sample of data using Excel. And for your information, if you understand it with these steps in Excel, if you have a good background in Python, DAX, and SQL, it would be easy for you to apply it in another analysis tool. So let's start with small data using Excel, focus with the steps, and after I am gonna explain it also with the Python, SQL, and DAX. Let's start with Excel sheet and break it down by verb and make it easier. Let's go. That 80% of the land was owned from. This is my son. Right now.